Morning, day 10. Just left Henry Angel's trailhead. It was quite nice there. It's quite a good layout. Got to share the fire with the couple from Blacksland. That was nice for a while. Got myself nice and warm because it ended up being about 0, I think, again overnight. But didn't have the frost like I did yesterday. Still cold getting moving, but we're now moving, heading south, and we should be hitting a pile of old historic gold mining relics for this part of the day, this early morning period, before we go along the Menace Lake and then to the campground. And then Mundaroo is my aim today. I think that's a 34 or 35k day, so it'd be nice to roll out. It'd be nice to roll out a 20 close enough to midday if I possibly could, without, the distractions of the relics where I have to stop and take photos and whatnot. That'll slow me up, but otherwise, hopefully, we go okay. I believe there's a turn here. Signs say so. Yep, there's another one down there, away from the smelly sheep. Off we go. So I've given up on trying to dry my tents in the morning. That's just impossible with the amount of dew and condensation on it, so I just pack it up wet now and do my best to get the camp during the day where I can then dry it out at least for me to sleep in. Here's an interesting piece just here. I'll show this to you. This was cut by the gold miners. So distractions are starting to happen now, so I will talk to you down the track while I go crazy with cameras and things like that. Catch you later. This is a bit of an impromptu little 2/3 of the day way in little thing. This is where I was getting my food dropped, so I've spent the last, I don't know, I guess hour putting my food drop together, picking it up, adjusting it. I've dropped some stuff off out of my pack into the box so I don't have to take it with me for the rest of the trip. I'm taking a gamble and only taking my original power bank that I had stored here waiting, and the other two are going to go home because the solar I drape over the back like a cape it's been exceptional. At the end of the day, I'll get it and just have it set up at the side, and I can charge the phone, the watch, and either GoPro batteries or the Garmin Mini, and it'll do them all while it's sitting there in the afternoon. It's amazing how much power it's putting into these gadgets. So that's my hope. I'll only be getting a half-day charge because today is the day that we actually turned, and we are more heading west now than any other direction. So before we were always coming like on a southeast track. Now we're actually on a west southwest track, so it'll be getting sun in the morning because it'll be on my back. I'll be walking away from the sun, but come midday, after midday, then the sun will be in front of me and I won't be getting power then. So that'll be all about getting to camp quick enough. I'm sacrificing camp today. This is where I would have stayed, but I'm going to go. I've got a climb coming up, but I'm going to go to Mundaroo, and then that puts me a day ahead. Instantly I'm a day ahead if I do a push now. But I've sacrificed another half an hour, so basically an hour and a half sitting here to dry the tent and the ground sheet here. So when I get to camp down there, they are dry. Plus I'm not carrying them around because they're bloody heavy when they're wet. So at the moment I've got the tent turned inside out, trying to dry the inside. The outside's fine, the inside's now trying to dry. And as soon as it's close, I'll pack up and get going. I'm effectively packed. I've just got to put the tent in its bag, stick it in the pack, and away we go. Pack is now heavy again because I have 6 days worth of food in there. So that makes it all fun again. Almost back to where we were, 8 days ago, 7 days ago. So yay. But anyway, that gets us pretty much right to go. I think I may have another, 15 minutes. I've just got to turn it over. The ground sheet part is almost dry. I'll turn it over and just let it quickly run over. The sill dries really fast, so as soon as it's done that, 15 minutes, I'll be gone. And I've eaten, I had 2 bottles of Coke in the drop. I've drunk one here. The other one I put in one of my water bottles. I'm taking it with me. I'll drink at camp tonight. So waste not, want not. My pack of chips I've half eaten. I'll take those with me tonight and I'll eat those tonight. Waste not, want not, right? And then that's it. We're good to go. We're good to go. I'm just waiting now. Lots of wasps here. This is Menace Campground, and it's just you can just see them humming all the way along the fence line. There's like an old school timber fence line here, and they are just running along the timber fence line. So they're everywhere. There's hundreds of them. Crazy. So today so far has been pretty tough. It's been apart from the last 5Ks to here, and we have done 24 now to here. Apart from the last 5Ks, it was all single trail today, up and down, up and down. So single trail's fun, but it's not as fast as a road walk, so it does take a bit more of your time. So I think there's a pine plantation here, and I'd scouted that direction before for putting the food drop and went, no, that's no good, but that's pine plantation there. So it looks like we're back into pine plantation. Hopefully the roads aren't as horrendous as the ones that are out the back of Wee Jasper there, because they were just like clay, slick, sliding, gross things. I mean, it hasn't rained for a few days, so they should be better. Anyway, I'll catch you again at the end of the day. Alright, see you. Something a bit different, hey? I'm neither in my tent and sitting at a table or anything. I happen to be sitting around a fire. I'm at Mundaroo Camp, and it's not bad. It's a nice little campsite. It's quite compact. It's just an A-frame covering over a picnic table. The toilet is over there, it's not too far away. It's on a bit of a slope. I think I found the only little flattish part I could possibly get, so I'm pitched out there. Wow, that 12Ks coming from Menace campsite to here, that was a lot of up. That was over 1100 today, over 1100 meters in gain today. So that was tough. That was climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing, and I've now got 6 days worth of food in my pack again. So, you know, there's something about putting a lot of food in my pack and then going up climbs, so I have to look into that, make sure I don't do that all the time. But we're here. The water comes out of a nice little creek. You just got to go down the hill a little bit. It's not very far, you know, it's only 50 meters away. It's a slick little stream, really, really pretty. Blackberries haven't quite taken over it yet, so right near the bridge you can get water. So, and that's the way you head out. You head out across it. So I've been a good boy. I made sure I got all my water, and I've filtered everything today. So I don't have to do any filtering in the morning. Everything's right to go, and I don't have to worry about getting cold, freezing hands in the morning. Now we're back on sync with our stops that we had, except for we're now a day ahead, because that bit from Menace to here was supposed to be tomorrow. I decided to do it today because we started at Henry Angel instead of at Junction Creek campsite. So I've gained that day, but we now land at the same stops that we were going to originally, just a day ahead. So I have to look in tomorrow. I may not have to get up at 5 and get rolling. I may be able to start a bit later. I think it might. I feel it's only like a very low 20. So if it's a very low 20s day, I don't have to get up early and whatnot, and that gives me a better chance of airing the tent and having it dry. I mean, today it was so wet, so wet. Everything was getting wet in the pack. I've discovered there's 2 holes in my inner lining that I bring, so this is its 2nd trip, so it's now done. That's it. Its trip is finishing with this one, and I'll put a new one. I have a new liner at home. It'll go in for the next time, but it just leaked everywhere. That tent was so full of water, it leaked everywhere. So I have to rethink of how I'm going to do that. I mean, I'd love it to go in the bottom of the pack. If it's wet, I don't want to put it in the bottom of the pack, because then the whole pack's wet and then you've got to air the pack out. I'd like it to go on the outside. So does that mean now I put it on top of the pack so it's up behind my head? Maybe that's what I have to do. Maybe that's what I have to do. It and the ground sheet may have to sit up there. So we'll see. You can hear logging trucks in the distance. They work night and day. And you can hear them in the distance cracking away at the moment. So yeah, they're noisy buggers. Earbuds in again tonight, I think. So I'm just waiting for my fire to sort of drab down. There is so much wood here. Anyone's coming to the Mundaroo campsite, there's so much wood, so much tree fall around here, and just littered with wood everywhere. Only took 5 minutes, and I had enough to keep me going for, what have I been here, a couple of hours I've had this fire going. So yeah, absolutely crazy amount of wood in this area. So the climb out of Tumbarumba Creek that's a big climb, right? That's a really big climb. You're coming up over a range, but credit to Hume and Hovell. They've done a really good job of making that in really good nick, that climb out. I mean, they've got a swanky bridge over the creek. I'm assuming there was a washout, because you can see the bolts from the old one that was there. The new bridge, Hume and Hovell, their bridge game is second to none. Like, they have easily crossed 100 bridges that they've made. There's some big ones, and of course the little tiny footbridge just to get across a little gap or something. But everything, they've got everything, and nearly all of them are new. So there's only a couple of old ones with timber boards that I assume they'll get around to updating, but nearly all of them are new. Really swanky, their bridge setup. So, but the climb out Tumbarumba is fantastic. Big giant climb up, and about a third of the way up was the only time I got phone service at all. So I stopped and did all the bits and pieces I have to do there, and then I kept going, and never got cell service again after that. So yeah, that happened the day before as well. I happened to be a third of the way around a ridge and got mobile service. So I assume it just happens to be a shot down a valley somewhere where all the mountains are out of the way and the tower spots me. So it is oh mate, my face is dying from being out here. I mean, I didn't tell you the important news yesterday. Yesterday I got to wash my hair after 7 days without washing it. They had hot water in the taps at Henry Angel, so I stuck my head under the taps and washed my hair. I brought my shampoo, so I was hoping that was going to be the case. So I got to wash my hair. Oh, fantastic. That was great. It was getting to the point that you couldn't put a hat on because it was too stiff. It was fighting the hat. So now it's back to being, a day old with sweat, not 7 days old with sweat. So, that's better. It's super dark here. It's amazing how many stars you see when there's not a town within Kui with light pollution. It's quite amazing the amount of stars that are here. There's a good view. Anyway, you heard how the rest of the day went from the the impromptu middle day session I had. So after that, like I say, it was just a tough pull all the way to here, and then the descent down the other side of the ridge to get to here was just crazy. I mean, I was using my hiking poles as brakes so I didn't bloody fall over, so I was a bit crazy. Anyway, it's about probably about 7:30 maybe in there, so I'll just let this fire die down a little bit and then I shall go and hit the hay, check some numbers, see if I have to get up early or not. If I don't have to, I'm not going to. If it's only a 20k day, why do I get up and then get there by lunchtime and go, meh, what am I going to do? Because I think they're set up now that it's either a 20k day or a 40k day. That's how it is. So I can't sneak space like I did previously where the campsites are a bit closer together so you can leapfrog and adjust. So I don't think I have that option now, but I'm going to look into it and see. But I'm happy with being a day ahead. I'll finish in 16 days instead of 17. I'm pretty happy with that. The guy before me, I noticed in the logbook today, it's Tumbarumba, was 14 days to the creek. So he would have been having a nice cruise. So he's probably just doing the 20k days, and the huts are set that way. 12 apart. You can do 24, 20 apart. So there's up north there's quite a mix, so you can sort of mess around and do easy days. So anyway, I'll look into that. I got 6 starting tomorrow, I believe. Finishing on, I have no idea what today is. So what does that make it? I finish on Sunday is the idea, I believe. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, I'm just rambling nonsense right now, so you all take it easy and I'll see you tomorrow morning.